we all know that you have three choices, and some of this is what we covered last year to kind of establish the groundwork and the context for what we mean by marketing innovation. So what we mean by marketing innovation is you're not spending your time when you start a new job, you inherit issues you have to take care of, chronic issues. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about managing your inbox and your emails. That's what we call problem solving. And Steve, this probably is reminiscent of what we talked about last year, right? We're not talking about problem solving here. We're talking about designing the future. That's where innovation lives for us in this group. And we also challenge each other regularly to say, what percentage of your time, if you have 100% of your time in one day, what percentage of your time do you put into each bucket? And our job is to help you move that percentage up significantly. We also define marketing innovation as applying creativity to create a new and improved state for our stakeholders. So it's applying creativity. Now we have 5 rules for marketing innovation. I'm going to go through these very quickly because many of you already know these. So the first one is it's applied creativity. So you've met a lot of people who are highly creative. They don't know how to apply or implement what they're doing. So these are people, innovators know how to take an idea and bring it to life. We're also talking about new and improved or desired state, not the state that all your competitors have already reached. We're talking about level 3 critical thinking. So when we did our CMO, our 4th annual CMO innovation study, what was really interesting about that is that this year we asked, what are you doing differently in your marketing organizations to foster innovation? And this year, one of the responses that shot to the top of the list was, we make a concerted effort to hire curious people who have a penchant for innovation. So many of you told us, we had 109 CMOs respond. You said, we're really working hard to look for that talent that really understands and is critical thinking in nature. And then finally, and my favorite book on that, by the way, is The Thinker's Way by John Chaffee. That opened the skies for me about what critical thinking really means and how important it is to being an innovator. And behavioral norms dictate whether you're going to have an innovative marketing culture. So when I work with clients and advise them on their 100-day sprint towards being an innovative culture, the first thing I look at is, well, what are the conditions for marketing innovation to blossom? And if the answer is, well, we have a bunch of people back on the Marketunist cartoon, or we have people that constantly say things like, well, that will never work here, or we tried it 5 years ago, or we're going to do exactly the same set of trade shows this year because that's how we do it. Those kind of behavioral norms will shoot down all of your creative and innovative people very quickly. So the behavioral norms are, of course, dictated by your boss and by the board. And bureaucracy and zombies. Chip, tell everyone who the zombies, what are zombies in our vernacular?
Yeah, so they're the things that suck your time away from doing innovative things. So the operations or processes that you need to get rid of because they're not adding real value to your job or your business.
And they can also be initiatives that have been lingering and walking the halls for years because, again, well, we've been doing this executive breakfast for 18 years. And, of course, you never see that in the association world, do you, Beth? No. So these are some of the things to consider as you're saying, well, how can we be more innovative?